Hi everyone, myself Vinay is pursuing B in SVC. I welcome you all to my presentation and my topic is eliciting requirements. Introduction to eliciting requirements. Eliciting requirements is a process of gathering and defining the needs and requirements for a software system from stakeholders including users, clients and other parties involved. Importance: ensure the software development process aligns with the customer's needs and business objectives, helping in creating a clear, comprehensive understanding of what the system should do. Business objects: helping in a creative, comprehensive understanding of what the system should do. Activities involved identification, recognizing the stakeholders and understanding their needs, collection, gathering information through various techniques, analysis, evaluating the gathered information to identify key requirements, refinement, clarifying and detailing the requirement to ensure they are well defined. Methods: interviews, layered conversation with stakeholders to gather detailed information, survey questionnaires, collecting data from a large group of stakeholders, workshop, collaborative sessions to discuss and define requirements, observation, watching users interactive with the current system to understand, prototyping, creating preliminary version of the system to gather feedback, challenges, communication barriers, misunderstanding between stakeholders and developers, incomplete requirement, missing out on critical requirement due to insufficient eliciting, changing requirements, stakeholders may change their requirement during the project benefit user satisfaction involving users in the process, ensure the final product meets their expectation, cost and time efficiency, well-defined requirements helping in avoiding rework and miscommunication, saving time and money, output a set of clear, concise and well-defined requirements that serves for the design and development of the software system. Importance of eliciting requirements: alignment with stakeholder needs ensures that the final product meets the expectations and needs of stakeholders, including users and clients. A clear project scope defines the project scope clearly, helping to avoid scope creep and ensuring that all the necessary features are included. Improved communication facilitates better communications between stakeholders and the development team, reducing misunderstandings and ensuring everyone is on the same page. Risk mitigation identifies potential risks and issues early in the project, allowing for proactive management and mitigations. Cost and time efficiency help in avoiding costly rework and delays by ensuring that requirements defined and understood from the beginning. Quality assurance provides a basis for creating test cases and validation criteria, ensuring that the final product meets the required quality standards. User satisfaction involving users in the eliciting process ensures that their needs and preferences are considered, leading to higher user satisfaction with the final product. Foundation for design and development serves as a foundation for the design and development phases, guiding the creation of a system that meets the specified requirements. Prioritizing of future sales in prioritizing features and functionalities based on stakeholders' needs and business goals, ensuring that the most critical aspects are addressed first. Documentation and traceability provides comprehensive documentation of requirements, ensuring traceability uh, throughout the project life cycle and making it types of requirement elicitation techniques into description one or group discussion with stakeholders to gather detailed information benefits, provides in-depth insights and clarification. Drawbacks: time consuming and may be influenced by interviewer bias, surveys or questionnaires, descriptions. Structured form used to collect data from a large group of stakeholders benefits efficient for gathering information for many people. Drawbacks limited depth of responses and the potential for misinterpretation. Workshop description, collaborative section where stakeholders discuss and refine requirement benefits, encourage stakeholders in engagement and consensus. Drawback requires careful planning and facilitation. Absorption description, watching users interact with the current system to understand their needs, benefits, provides real world insights into user behavior. Travels can be time consuming and may not capture all user needs. Prototyping description, creating preliminary version of the system to gather feedback. Benefits help visualize requirements and gather early feedback. Drawbacks can be resource intensive. Brainstorming description, group session to generate ideas and solution. Benefits encourage creativity and diverse perspective. Drawbacks may result in too many ideas requiring further refinement. Focus group description, moderated discussion with a selected group of stakeholders. Benefits provides diverse insight and foster discussion. Drawbacks group dynamics can influence individual contribution. Document analysis description, reviving existing documentation to gather requirements, benefits, utilize existing information, and provides historical context. Drawbacks may be outdated or incomplete. Stakeholder analysis description, identifying and prioritizing stakeholder to understand their informative benefits ensures all relevant stakeholders are considered. Drawbacks can be complex and time consuming. Use case and scenarios description, developing detailed use cases and scenarios to understand users' benefits provides a clear picture of user requirement and the system function. Drawbacks requires detailed analysis and documentation. Challenges in eliciting requirements, communication barriers, misunderstanding between stakeholders and developers can lead to incomplete or incorrect requirements. Conflicting requirements, different stakeholders may have conflicting needs and priorities, making it difficult to reconcile and prioritize requirements. Unspoken or assumed requirements, stakeholders might assume certain requirements are obvious and do not explicitly state them, leading to gaps in the requirements. Changing requirements can evolve over time due to changes in business goals, condition, or stakeholder needs. Difficulty in meeting stakeholders, coordinating meeting with all relevant stakeholders can be challenging, especially if they are geographically dispersed or have busy schedules. Stakeholder resistance. Some stakeholders may resist changes or be re- reluctant to participate in the eliciting processing computer requirements. Inadequate eliciting techniques or insufficient time spent on eliciting can result in incomplete requirements. Technical jargon, using technical language that the stakeholders do not understand can lead to confusion and misinterpretation of requirements. Scope creep, uncontrolled changes, or continuous addition of new requirements can lead to scope creep affecting project timelines. Prioritizing issue, determining the priority of requirements can be difficult, and stakeholders have views on what is the most important. Requirement setting process, identifying stakeholder, determine who the stakeholder are and understand their roles and interest, plan activity, develop a plan for their setting activities based on the project scope and objectives, setting techniques. Interview, interviews conduct one on one or group interviews with stakeholder to gather detailed information, surveys or questionnaires use structured forms to collect data from a large group of stakeholders or organize collaborative sessions to discuss and refine requirements. Observe users in the environment to understand their interaction with the current system. Prototyping, create a preliminary version of the system to gather feedback. Brainstorming, facilitate sessions to generate ideas and identify requirements. Use cases and scenarios, develop detailed use cases and scenarios to understand the user's interactions. Documentation, record requirements, document the gathered requirement clearly and consistently. Analyze requirement, evaluate the requirements for clarity, consistency, and commitment. Validation, review with stakeholder, validate the requirement with stakeholder to ensure accuracy and agreement. Refinement, refine and update the requirement based on stakeholder feedback. Management, prioritize requirement, determine the priority of each requirement based on stakeholder needs and project goals. Traceability, ensure that each requirement can be tracked, traced back to its source and throughout the project life cycle. Output, requirement specification, produce a comprehensive requirement specification document that serves as a foundation for the design development phases. Conclusion, critical steps. Eliciting requirement is a fundamental step in the software development lifecycle, ensuring that the final product meets stakeholder needs and expectations. Effective communication, successful requirement eliciting release relies on clear and effective communication between stakeholders and developers. Comprehensive understanding, it provides a comprehensive understanding of what the system should achieve, guiding the design and development process. What the system should achieve, guiding the design and the development process, mitigates risk. Properly elicit a requirement helps in identifying potential risk and misuse early in the project, reducing the likelihood of cost changes. Later, user-centric, involving users and stakeholders throughout the process, ensuring that the system is user-centric and aligned with the business goal. Foundation and successful defined requirements serves as a solid, successful completion of the project, leading to higher user satisfaction, project success. Thank you.